Hello techies, I'm Divya here. On behalf of CyberBrainer, don't you think the world of tech is evolving faster than ever? Now is the perfect time to dive in and build the skills that will take you places. With CyberBrainer, we are putting you in the driver's seat of your own future. We at CyberBrainer don't just teach your interest. We believe that knowledge is power, but it's applied knowledge that truly sets you apart. Whether you're diving into data science, mastering artificial intelligence, or exploring the world of cybersecurity, our courses are designed to give you the skills that matter. So let's jump into the session and make the future yours today. Thank you.
Now let's get back to authentication policy again. I will take this classic one only. I will go through once. It's a bit of sales specs play entry, but I will just go through. Then I can go to another. Here you know the user type. Then membership. If you want specific user, you can mention it. Device state. I explained, you registered versus managed. Means, this device is right now registered but not managed. To get managed, you have to connect it through Intune or Jamf. A platform you can specify if you want, like Windows only, Mac only. You can specify that. Any IP, if you want to put a restriction with network zone, you can put it here. Any risk type, you can put it here. Expression language. This one is a bit important and interesting. And at least you know, not in a first level, but second level of exam in Okta, which is administrator one. They asked some of the questions related to Okta expression language. For an example, you can access user property device profile security risk level. Here you can put it like if security risk level equals to high. Then do this. Access is denied or allowed. What factors you want to use. Now this is the sign-on policy. Do you have any authentication policy? Do you have any questions in here? No, I don't. But if you come up with any questions, whatever, like I have taught you far, just let me know. We can take that topic. Now we are going to a global session policy. This is kind of a bit new advancement that Okta has given. Let's say we put custom on everyone. Now you have to add the rule to same as this multi-factor policy. If users IP anywhere, identity provider, any authenticator, any behavior from that behavior, you remember, right? New city, new country, new device, whatever behavior you have configured, you can mention here. Any rate access is allowed. That is fine. Now session is established with any factor or a password. This will depend on the authentication policy. But always try to establish session with multi-factor authentication. And multi-factor authentication is required each time for the establishing session. User will be prompted for MFA every sign-in when there is a new device or MFA lifetime is expired on the device cookie. Best practice would be when signing with a new device cookie. it will be. If they have done, keep remembered, it will get through. But if they are going through new device, they will be prompted. If the MFA lifetime is expired, then whatever here you mentioned, let's say you signed in with multi-factor, 15 minutes are passed. And after that, after 2 or 3 hours, you are logged out from Okta or you restarted the machine. Again, it will ask. But if within 15 minutes, if you close the session and if you try to sign in again, it will not ask. Gotcha, and at every signing is the best one, but that will irritate the users. Based on the user behavior, you can decide what you want to choose. And session management. Now this comes the main thing. Maximum Okta session. They will provide by default no time limit, but the recommended is set time limit and it should not be days, should be hours. And it should be 8 hours. Generally in a US, 8-hour shift would be there for any employee. Keep the 8 hours. Whenever the people logs in, from that to 8 hours, they will not have any problem, but after that they have to reoccupy. And if they are idle, let's say somebody has opened this Okta and then they went for coffee for 12 hours. Okta will not expire the session. I don't want that. What I want is or maximum break you can take 55 minutes. If you are out for more than 55 minutes, Okta will ask you to log in again. This is my understanding and my consulting. You have to set this one based on your company's requirement, InfoSec requirement or management requirement. If they say no, we are to keep it 3 hours. Keep it 3 hours. Persistent session cookie across browser. This one is important. They have set it to disabled. You have to keep it disabled only. If you keep it enabled, what will happen? You close the browser and open again, Okta will be there. But if you disable it, you close the browser means your session is gone. Do that one and create the policy. This is a session. Why they have named it as a global session policy? Because this is where you are getting the control of the Okta sessions. Got it? And one more thing. What happens? Let's say you are creating a session policy here and you have mentioned certain time period. Like Okta, session would be only 8 hours. But the application that Okta is doing SO with, let's say Gmail. If they have kept the session time of 2 days, then that will take precedence, not Okta one. That you cannot control. That is out of your control. But whatever application that follows Okta control, that you have to make sure it is tight. This was all about global session policies and profile. Now don't we have to apply the policy to the organization? Don't. We have to apply the policy to the... We applied it. You see here. First thing they ask is assign to group. Got. And when you ask this question, let me tell you one another thing. Whenever you are doing this thing, don't directly, until and unless you have tested it. Don't apply it to everyone. Or do it to a test group. You create a test group of 10 people. Let's say Okta test users create policy and ask them to check. At least only those 5-10 users will be in trouble. Once you establish like this is how it is, you take proper screenshot or recording, then only you create and apply it to everyone. Many times it happened in initial phase when I was learning, I was used to apply certain policies. I will apply it to everyone, including me. And then what will happen? I will be logged out. The policy conflict will happen and I will not be able to sign in as an admin. That will be a worse thing. Never try to do that kind of stuff. At least keep yourself out of any policy while you are testing. If it is done, then you can apply it to everyone. And let's see profile enrollment, what we got. This is very important one. By default, Okta is not allowing self-service registration. This one will be a case more of. It is for customer identity, wherein you want users to sign up for your services. At that time, you can use this. But otherwise never ever touch this one. If you do this, then let's say, let me show you. It means I can create an account myself in Okta. That is not permissible when you are working for any company. If because I will tell you, Okta is not only being used for workforce only. It is being used for customer identity as well. See, they have two sections. One is workforce identity. One is customer identity. Many people are using it for customer identity as well. And one of them is Zoom. You can do this. If you have customer identity product from Okta, then you can completely customize this. You can put this one as well, and I will show you from where you can keep it. Identity provider. This many identity providers, you can use it. Since it's a big product like Apple, Facebook, LinkedIn, Google, GitHub, Microsoft, PayPal, Salesforce. These are by default. You just have to configure it. That's like Google. What happens is it is an initial Okta as an option to log in on their web page on the Zoom or Google web page. I went to you configure it. You can show me what it looks like. But for that I will have to have some account in Google. Otherwise I would be able to set it up. But I will tell you one thing. One is the certification that you are doing, professional one. For that, this one is not that much important. Second thing, that this one is more being used when you are having customer identity product. If there is some certain requirement from your organization, at that time this is required. Otherwise, it's not required. because all of the services that is written over here. For that you will need account over there. Let's say I am selecting Google IDP and going next. I should have Google Admin Console. AG. For example, we have Google Admin in my environment. Then you can use this one. And what does this do? One more time. What will it show on my end? It is GPT Identity Provider. What it will do is that you don't have Okta account. But still you want to log in into Okta. You can log in through via Google account to Okta. And Google will pass necessary information to Okta. I follow you. I follow you. This is the social logins. For workforce products, you will never have to use this. This is all related to more of the customer products wherein, they ask to sign in with Google, sign in with Apple, sign in with Microsoft. They don't have to sign up from scratch. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel.